My name is Susan Daffron, and I'm the founder of the National Association of Pet Rescue Professionals. We are here in lovely Sandpoint, Idaho. There's a lot of pet rescue associations in the world, or in the U.S. in particular, at least that I know about, and they are a very disjointed group in that someone will decide they love beagles and they will go out and they will save beagles from shelters, and this is a wonderful thing. But there is also someone out there saving golden retrievers, and also just as passionate about golden retrievers. These people have a lot in common, but many times they don't talk to each other, and many times they don't share business information. And the reality is that even though rescues are started out of love, they do need to be thought of as a business or they fold, which happens an awful lot. And so my goal with the National Association of Pet Rescue Professionals was to provide tools and business information to help these people run their organizations more efficiently so that they can save more lives, which is of course the bottom line goal, is to save more animals. People are finding out about animals that need homes over the internet now, particularly through huge sites like Pet Finder. And so we're helping to get the word out and bring resources to them. We do expert teleseminars with, we've done them with Best Friends, the ASPCA, Humane Society, Pet Finder, and all these big groups, because there's so much information. We're trying to bring it all together sort of without any of our own agenda, just so that people can filter through some of it and realize that there are a lot of resources out there now that weren't available to them before, and to try and keep them up with what's going on in the humane community. And I started to realize that this problem was a lot bigger than one little shelter in Sandpoint, Idaho. It's everybody. Rescue groups, particularly right now because of the economy and everything, are struggling with lower donations, more animals coming in, partly because of the economy. There's foreclosure dogs where people just leave the animal with the house when they, or cats too. I mean, it's a huge problem right now, and there's a lot of rescues that are really struggling with really kind of basic business problems, and which, because you have to realize that you are getting in these animals, so in order to take more animals, you have to figure out ways to get them out and make them, use resources on the internet, use resources in your community to really get the word out that these animals are here and that you are trying to get them adopted. I do a radio show every week for an online radio, it's like a podcast for Pet Life Radio. And on that, I feature an animal that's available for adoption at a shelter or a rescue. And so the idea being that people can focus on one animal story and really telling their story, because every animal in a shelter has a story. Every one of them has a background, and everyone deserves that attention. And that often gets lost because people go to a shelter and they see, 50 dogs lined up in kennels, and they don't understand that, each one of them has a past that deserves to be told. Every animal is going to have medical needs. They're going to have, they could have behavioral issues. One of my dogs, Cammie, she was the perfect, most well-adjusted, adorable puppy I'd ever seen at the animal shelter, and my husband fell in love with her, so he adopted her. But anyway, at 4 months old, she became Psycho Bizarre Dog, and nobody could figure out why. I consulted with a behaviorist at the University of Washington, and they said, oh, she's a dominant submissive dog. There is no such thing. It turned out, after much research, and about 2 years later, I discovered that she actually had a thyroid imbalance. And I only discovered that from massive research on the internet. It's actually not very well documented. And there's one vet, Dr. Jean Dodds, who is doing research into the link between thyroid imbalance and behavior. So anyway, I ran across that. We did the thyroid test. She takes her little white pill. Cammie is the fine dog again, and but that's the thing, is that didn't happen because she was a shelter dog. It happened because she was a dog, and people need to be prepared that when you adopt an animal, it's a 15-year commitment. you know, the people who succeed in rescue are really passionate about it, and they're able to get everyone else just as excited about it. And so if you're that kind of person and you happen to love animals, then that's the most amazing combination.